Our Target 8 investigators are showing you systematic failures and deadly concerns involving Michigan daycares.
The reality? Parents are often forced to go with price over quality.
Target 8 investigator Marley Ginter digs into what the state is and is not doing to help parents get the child care they need.
You can put a price tag on your child's safety, but you may have to decide how much you're willing to pay for daycare.
If you're going to pay more, you're probably paying the staff of that particular place better. So there's your other challenge in this process is what am I willing to pay for is really kind of the question.
Mark Jansen, the director of child care licensing in Michigan, says child care costs vary across the state. But according to Child Care Aware, a nonprofit advocacy group, Michigan ranks in the bottom half of the least affordable child care for babies in the country.
Can the state do anything to try to help?
Well, I think we are, I'll say state when you ask that question. So Department of Education gets federal funding, and that's actually how we do our licensing.
Quite frankly, we're one of the worst states in the country in terms of how we pay for child care for families who are a part of our public child care system. So
Mina Hong works with the nonprofit advocacy group Michigan's Children. Hong says the state isn't investing enough in child care to keep costs down for parents and keep quality providers in business. A new survey by Child Care Aware shows a low-income family in Michigan with 2 children pays 69% of its income to child care centers, and a single parent with 2 children puts 82% of his or her income towards child care centers. Meantime, Michigan is one of only 3 states that pays providers by the hour for subsidized children. Hong says that only adds to the problem.
as an hourly payment in Michigan, what we do is add extra burden on top for families and for child care providers because they're not going to know for sure how much money they're going to be able to pull in for the kids that they do provide subsidies for, or who are subsidized.
Hong says as long as the state doesn't step up for families trying to work and pay for child care, more providers will simply choose to shut down. And while quality and safety is critical, Jansen says new laws requiring more checks on providers may prompt them to just get out of the business.
You've got more and more providers asking, do I want to go through all of this? Now we're going to change the law. We're going to require fingerprint background checks.
I think the problem is more that we need to make sure that we have appropriate investments in our child care system, and we need the state to step up and provide some appropriate investments in the child care system so that not only can we ensure that our child care programs are of high quality and meeting safety regulations, but that people are wanting to come into this child care system and wanting to provide care for our children. So I think, you know, they're our next generation.
Here's one tool to help you find daycare in your neighborhood. The State Department of Education runs Great Start to Quality with a federal grant. So if you click on the link for parents, you'll be able to fill in your address and find childcare in your neighborhood. See what they charge and even see how they're rated.
So,